and welcome back to At the Van Wezel. I'm Mary Bensel, Executive Director, and I'm here with Julia Mays. And I was just going to say, I was so excited. What a fantastic season we've been having.
I know, right? And we're still going on.
Oh my goodness. And you know, I just adored Les Mis. It was here for a full week. Do you know we broke all box office records here at the Van Wezel? We sold over $857,000 in tickets, which was
wonderful.
So exciting.
And not only that exciting, we brought in several different people that have never been to the theater.
Just several?
Well, several. I was going to say several thousands, but
yeah, I think it's more in the thousands. But you know, and I think
maybe
that was
tens of thousands.
It was great. My favorite night was the night that we had the Sarasota High School. You know, a couple of lovely donors made it possible for the Sarasota High School cast of Les Miserables to come see the show complimentary, and then they get a chance to meet with the cast. And the excitement in the room the night that the Sarasota guys were there was so wonderful, wasn't it?
It was very exciting.
And we have more excitement still to come. We have one of my favorite shows. We have different versions of it every year, but we always bring in a Chinese acrobat troupe, and they do things so death-defying. I went to China with the Chamber of Commerce here, and I saw a show over in China that they probably wouldn't let you do in the US because it was so death-defying. But the things they do, I mean, the women, the contortionists, I mean, I can barely get in and out of bed, you know, in the morning with my...
Or in and out of our car.
Or in and out, you know, I have 2 knee replacements, and, you know, and these people are, you know, like on their chin with their arms and their feet behind their head. And then the guys that build those chairs up, well,
yeah,
let's just take a look at it.
Yes.
Aren't they amazing?
Amazing. The Golden Dragon Acrobat. Cirque Ziva.
And they're here on April the 1st. So April Fools, maybe, you know, we could play an April Fool's joke or something while they're here. But bring the kids. This will wow them. It really, really will. And then, Julia, we have a show that I've heard you've starred in many times. Hair.
Yes, and I won't tell you what scene, but anyway.
But no, of course, Hair is famous for the you know, it came out
music.
of
great music.
And this is the new revival of Hair, and of course,
and we saw it in New York.
We saw it on Broadway. And you know, it came out of the period of time with Let the Sun Shine In,
the Flower
and Aquarius,
Children.
the Flower Children, you know, and at San Francisco, and this is the whole version of the show, and so it's a fabulous musical, and it's an experience like no other, really. And we have a little bit of Hair right now.
Just like the angel that fell, vanished forever to hell. Today have I been expelled from high school heaven. Elevator going down, going down, going down. Everybody going down, going down, going down. This is my doom, my humiliation. October, not June.
Wow. And that is fabulous. And this only goes to the diversity of the Van Wezel. Our next show is Diana Krall. So we've gone from acrobats to Hair to one of the great jazz singers of all time.
And people of Sarasota and Manatee counties just cannot get enough of Diana Krall.
This is her third year in a row.
Third year.
And there's hardly a seat to sell.
That's correct.
And she is gorgeous in person and a lovely, lovely lady. And you know, I think she's a mother of twins. Her husband is Elvis Costello, and that's going to be a great night. And what date is that, Jules?
That is on April 4th.
So there you go, something to do every night that week.
That's right.
You know, and so then coming up, one of your favorite performers is coming, and one of our employees that have retired, Larita Williams, this is her favorite performer of all time.
Yes, I'm going to be amazed if we don't see her somewhere in the back or in the front.
You know, we bought, as a going away present, the whole staff bought her a pair of tickets to see this because, and when she retired, we all had Smokey Robinson masks on.
I know.
So I'm sure she's going to have a ball. But Smokey Robinson is a living legend. There's a new Broadway musical coming, and it's all about Motown. But Smokey is so smooth,
and he's so sweet, personally.
Lovely,
and very nice
his
person.
eyes are gorgeous. Oh, So Smokey Robinson, April the 11th at 8 p.m. And so I think we have some really phenomenal shows, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. April's turning out to be quite the month.
It is, it is. And of course, coming up in May, we have Crosby, Stills and Nash and Celtic Woman and Bryan Adams. And you and I are off to New York to take in a conference and book more shows. But we recently announced our new Broadway season and our orchestra and dance.
Yes, and
Tell
that's
me about
very
a few
exciting.
Of them. Tell me about a few of the Broadway shows.
Well, one of my favorites that I saw on Broadway, obviously, was the $1 Million Quartet. Absolutely, was exciting as anything.
Yeah, that's about Elvis and Carl Perkins and Jimmy.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash and
you said Carl Perkins already, right?
Yeah,
and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis, and they all got together one night. And then we have Memphis.
Is it Sam Johnson? Is Sam Johnson?
I think so.
Yeah,
and then we have Memphis, and Mamma Mia is coming back, and Beauty and the Beast is making a return.
I mean, you could see Mamma Mia a million times. I mean,
and
with the music, as we both have. Yes.
We also have another couple of new musicals. Bring It On, which was just a hit on Broadway this year.
Yep, great movie.
And then
also
American Idiot. This is all the music of Green Day, and it's fantastic. Very, very exciting production. And then
I think we have a very exciting.
We do.
Broadway
We have Man of La Mancha and Godspell, just a lot of them.
Just a lot
and then
of them.
on the classical side, we have the Haifa Symphony, which are coming to us from a place in Israel I've always wanted to go. And then Long Long, the most famous in my mind pianist out there right now, very young and electric. He was here once before with an orchestra, but this will be a full evening just of Long Long.
A solo concert.
And then Josh Bell is coming back
yes.
with his orchestra that he directs. So that is going to be great fun. And then for all of you who just started watching Dancing with the Stars again, we have Tango Fire.
Which is very exciting.
Yes, and Complexions, which is a dance troupe formed by Alvin Ailey dancers. And we also have to have an Irish show every year.
You have to have an Irish show. Mary likes that.
It's in the city ordinances. It's just there. You know, they proclaimed it, and that's. But this one is Rhythm of the Dance.
Yep. And they've actually updated the show quite a bit.
New
costumes, and really going to be exciting.
We had Lord of the Dance this year, and it was sold out. And just, you know, who doesn't love an Irish dance?
Exactly.
I think you have the most hard time with it because you actually toured Spirit of the Dance for so long.
Yeah,
but I
8 years
adore
worth.
them. So anyway, to get tickets, you can call us at the box office at
953-3368 or at fanwezel.org.
Or you can come to the box office.
Box
office is the cheapest way.
Yeah,
and
we have lovely box office
subscriptions aren't online yet, but call us on the phone or stop into the box office for subscriptions. And next year we're going to have a new ticket system where you can even print your own tickets at home.
Won't that be exciting?
That's going to be way cool.
Yeah.
And we will be back with one of our great new sponsors from Eager Beaver.
Did you know City of Sarasota drinking water is very safe? Tested every 2 hours. Delivered right to your house. Much more affordable than bottled water. Environmentally friendly. And it tastes good. City of Sarasota water. Safe, affordable, environmentally friendly.
And welcome back, everybody, to At the Van Wezel. And as I promised, I am here with Joe Schiess, who is our guest. And Joe is with Eager Beaver Car Wash, one of our great sponsors. And I frequent, actually, I spent a lot of time there in Fort Myers. So how many locations do you have?
We're 4 in West Florida, 2 in Sarasota, 1 in Venice, and 1 in Fort Myers.
And where are the Sarasota ones located?
We have 1 on Beaver Road, just south of Fruitville, 1 on Stickney Point, Clark Road 41, right there by the South Bridge, Then we have one in Venice on Business 41, and then in Fort Myers on Colonial
Which is your
Boulevard.
busiest store?
I would say Fort Myers location is probably the busiest location.
Even since I'm no longer living there? Yeah, I used to go there all the time. What kind of hours are you open?
We're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
That's great that you're open on Sundays, because I know a lot of them aren't, and sometimes that's one of the only days I can go.
Right, we get that a lot of convenience. We go Sunday hours.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, what happens if it rains, as usually is my want?
We do a free rain guarantee, and actually you don't even have to rain. If it gets dirty anyway, within 2 days you usually get a free exterior car wash. So rain or shine. So
yeah, because I go driving down the road, and you know they're trying to water the plants, but lots of times they're watering the road, and you get all the spots all over it.
Yeah, and you know Florida, it can rain across the street and not over here, so we don't question it. It's if it's dirty. So.
And then of course, the other thing that I really hate with cars is the love bugs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You go across the alley or across 80, and it's like you've been through a war zone.
May and September are the 2 times of the year. Usually busier in May, a lot more bugs.
How do you keep the bugs off your car?
Well, you really can't keep them off the car. We definitely recommend waxing the car as often as possible, and keeping a good protective silicone treatment on the front end of the vehicle, which we offer, is the best preventative maintenance for that. And of course, washing
sometimes I've seen things where they have some sort of wash that they put on that is a bug protector.
Yeah, we offer services like that. We do silicone treatment for the fronts of the cars. We offer waxing, special treatments in our detail center where we can keep the vehicle waxed and keep it from the bug sticking, make it easier to come off. So.
Now, this is totally not something I mentioned that I was going to talk to you about, but do you have any zany stories of people in the car wash or?
Off the top of my head,
we've all seen those movies.
Yeah, no, not off the top of my head. I mean, not that I can think of.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Everything is just as it should be at the Eager Beaver.
Pretty much, yeah.
You never know. You never know. But I know you're very much involved with the Chamber of Commerce here. What are some of the things that you work on with them?
Well, I'm a partner with the Chamber of Commerce. I'm on the Partners Committee, which I get really involved with welcoming new business members to the Sarasota Chamber, volunteering at events, hosting events, going out and just meeting and greeting and, letting people know the tools and, things that the Sarasota Chamber offers that they can use for success for their business, and also, see what's out there that I can do to help them, and, let them know that we're a car wash and, and help get them referrals and have them give us referrals and whatnot too. So.
I've met a lot of great people. When you go to the car wash, you're sitting around, and we're waiting for your car to come out, and it's a great way to meet people and talk about things. And
yeah, definitely. I mean, people really enjoy. I mean, especially at the Eager Beaver Car Wash, they come, they have fun, and
well, that's something I read about, that your car wash is just not an errand. It is an experience.
We call it the spa, Eager Beaver Car Wash. We want you to have fun, not think of it as a chore. Got to go to the grocery store, got to get the car wash, and so forth. It's come in, you want to know, everybody knows who the people are that are working on their car. They get a person-to-person basis, as far as, a familiar face, which is important, and we try to keep that as much as possible. So and have fun.
And you keep your workers that are wiping the cars down happy.
Oh yeah, we have music playing. We're always having fun. We're there for a long time. We're doing a lot of hard work, so
it's always great to tip them, right?
Absolutely, yeah. They work very hard for the gratuities. That's why they're there, of course. But yeah, it's when you have employees that feel good and they're having fun, they get a better result as far as quality, speed, service, and everything just kind of comes together. So that's what we believe in. So.
Now, Joe and I have never met each other before today, but both of us are from New Jersey and migrated to Sarasota. How did you get here?
Well, I actually visited here when I was, going in high school. I had some family down here, and just from visiting, I loved the place. And when I graduated high school and ended up moving here and stayed with a family member and been here ever since. So.
Do you go back at all?
Every once in a while, yeah.
I don't know about you, but it was really wild. I grew up right across from where Seaside is. Even though I never met Snooki, I never saw anybody that looked like Snooki the situation. But we did every weekend go to the Jersey Shore, and the roller coaster
Right.
is in the water
Oh,
now.
I know. Yeah, it's a shame.
Isn't it just like shocking to see your hometown?
So much. I mean, I didn't live in that area. I lived more closer to the George Washington Bridge, right across from Manhattan area there. But I used to go down there a lot with friends and stuff. But it's a shame to see. But I know that we're from New Jersey, and
Yeah.
what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, type of thing. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
So,
with Bruce Springsteen and John Bon Jovi out there giving concerts and things
Absolutely,
like that. New Jersey people are tough and resilient.
Thick skin.
And,
Yep. That's what makes me good for the car wash industry. So
there you go.
it keeps it good.
So you enjoy working in car?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a fun job. I enjoy being outside. In the operation, in the field. I love doing the networking to build the business. I love meeting the people and building that relationship.
And we're really grateful to you because you're a sponsor that you don't traditionally think of a car dealer sponsoring an arts event, or excuse me, a car wash. You think of car dealers or banks or something, and I think it's so fabulous that you have been there for us, and I'm going to bring my car there next week because it needs it.
Our pleasure, yeah, we enjoy it.
So thank you so much, Joe, and we will be back in just a minute. And welcome back to At the Van Wezel. Don't you just want to go out and get your car washed now?
I really do, actually, because I've got those little brown things all over my car.
I haven't been to that location, but I'm going to go there and party.
Yeah.
It sounds like fun.
It sounds like it. Maybe we'll meet some new people.
There you go. And just in case you need a car, Wild Lexus is sponsoring this show, so you could buy your car at Wild Lexus and take it over to the Beaver.
And get it washed.
All in one. We're a full-service provider here at the Van Wezel. Our next show is one that was a television icon. Now I was going to hum some of it, but then I'd probably get the wrong da-da-da-dum.
Oh,
no,
I almost went right into the Pink Panther.
You went into the Pink Panther. Julia, whack-a-whack-a-doodle.
Whack-a-doodle. Oh my goodness.
No, we're singing the song from the Addams Family, except for you, who's singing the Pink Panther. I knew if you sang today, we would have mayhem ensue.
It's a good thing I didn't sing when we were talking about here.
Addams Family is here on April 22nd, and it's a great Broadway musical, and of course everybody, Cousin It's in it, and
it's
Tuesday,
funny. Very funny.
and Gomez, and Morticia. And I was in New York, and I was staying at the hotel next to where the theater was, and there was Roger Reese, who was playing Gomez, and Brooke Shields. And I had been lucky enough to meet Brooke Shields before when I was at Tommy Toon's house, and she is really tall and gorgeous. So I'm sure we'll have a gorgeous girl in this show. But let's see. We have a clip of it, and we'll see if she is as gorgeous as we're talking about. And just to be clear, that was not Brooke Shields. And it's also sponsored by ABC7 as well as Wild Lexus, and it's just a lot of fun.
It is.
And the kids will have a great time. And then we have a show that's not for kids. This is a show for adults.
Girls' night out, people.
Girls' night out.
This is definitely ladies and girls' night out.
Ladies' night out. And, those of you gentlemen that want to brave the evening, I went to see this in New York. We're talking, of course, about 50 Shades of Grey, the musical parody. And I went, and I was with a bunch of girlfriends, and one of our agents was with me, and he couldn't get in because it was so sold out. And he would have been perfect to take in there because Gary's 6'4", you know.
Oh gosh,
and,
Gary McAvey.
Yeah,
oh, how
yeah.
funny.
So it was funny.
That would have been hilarious.
But the show makes fun of the books, and you know, the audience just adores it. And I think it's a great evening for you to go with your girlfriend or your sister or whatever.
Come to Madison's for dinner first here on the bay,
have
and
a special drink.
Have some special drinks.
Keep in mind, it certainly has adult language and adult
Yes.
situations, so it's not for kids.
No, we don't recommend 18 or under.
Nope. But if I can recommend a great, funny night, because of course, the guy that plays Christian Grey, you know, Christian Grey is supposed to be the most handsome man in the world, and of course he's not in this production.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's great fun, and you know, it's been selling really well. They're talking to us about adding a second show, so check out our website and see if we have in fact added a second show. And that is on April the 23rd. And you can see it
Plenty
also.
of time to read all 3 books so that you can even laugh even harder when you come
but
in.
it only covers book 1,
That's
so
true.
you know, who knows? There might be 50 Shades 2 and 3, you know. But then we go to one of our favorite performers. We have Chris Bodie coming, and Chris Bodie is one of the most gorgeous trumpet players, and he plays astounding, just fantastic, and he always brings some great guests with him.
Oh, I adore him.
Isn't
he
he
just
one of your
makes
favorites?
trumpet, yes it is, and he makes trumpet playing look like it's just so easy.
And you know, if you try back there, you know, to try to get a note out of a trumpet, it's not simple. But he does it beautifully, and every time we've had him, he's been a great sellout. And this one's on April 24th, and sponsored by our friends at Gateway Bank. And you know, last time I saw Chris Bodie, right before that, I went outside and had a soda and looked at the bay, and the sun was coming down. And then I went in and listened to him, and it was just like a magical evening. And that's the nice thing about the Van Wezel. There's plenty of ample parking. You can come have dinner here, or you can just get a drink and stand out on the bay. And it's just a perfect evening.
It's a wonderful experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, speaking of experiences.
Yes, we have another experience coming. What is that?
It's Experience the Beatles with Rain. And
Rain
we're
has
excited
been here
about
many
this.
times.
Yes, it has been, and something new for everybody. They've added 9 songs to it, 9 new songs.
So are all the other ones still in it? Or?
Oh yeah, all of them are still in it. They've just added some new ones to make it.
And this is more than the Beatles. I mean, you can see Beatles tributes, but Rain really takes you, like if you lived in that time frame like we did, it takes you through political matters and what was going on the subways and the dress and even the
craziness of whenever they showed up anywhere. Oh, my
I know,
goodness.
these poor guys, you know, I bet maybe Paul would like that today. That, you know, I don't know, maybe he's had his fill. But, you know, they also show some of those commercials like with the Pearl bottle, and those of you that remember that, you know, where they drop the pearl into the bottle and the lady has the perfect head of foam, and you know, it's just brings you back to a simpler time, as they always say.
Yes, absolutely.
And do you know what any of these new songs are? Or?
I do not. They won't tell us because they want to surprise. Yes, so must come and see it.
Okay.
Even again and again,
well,
you're still going to love it. Good.
And that is on
April 26th.
26th. And then
Friday
we mentioned earlier, Crosby, Stills, and Nash is coming back in May. And that was one of the most killer concerts I ever saw. They sing every hit. These guys play guitar like nobody's business.
Yeah,
it is amazing.
It's wonderful.
And it's another one that takes you back in time. You know, I was too young for Woodstock, but I can remember my girlfriend's mother had a place up in Woodstock, and they actually got in the movie.
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
because they were standing on the side of the road, and you know, I just can't imagine what that must have been like. It was, and these guys are legends, and it's always so exciting for me to have legends here at the Van Wezel.
Yes.
And these are true, so don't miss this. I mean, don't miss the, you know, you don't get many opportunities like this.
Right in your own backyard.
Right in your own backyard. And then of course we have Bryan Adams coming, and Bryan Adams, I used to go see him in arenas, and he is gorgeous, but he sings so many fabulous songs.
And it's going to be such a nice, intimate concert.
It is.
Right up close almost.
And I'm really upset because I am going to be in New York that day, and I am like, Man, of all days, because I just adore Bryan Adams, and he sold a lot of tickets already, but there's still some available, and that's fantastic. And then Celtic Woman. Celtic Woman is just mind-bending. I presented the show a couple of times, and this is like the PBS special.
And it's seen on PBS. So.
And these women have voices. I've been to Ireland twice. As you can see, I travel a lot.
Yes.
And
I see you have your green on today also. Is there some significance to that?
No, because not at all. But, you know, I just think that Ireland is one of those mystical islands, and the women just have these haunting voices. But to get tickets for single tickets, you call 953-3368.
Yep.
Come down to our box office, which is the most inexpensive way. And please do not go to some secondary ticket site, because you could pay 3 times, 5 times, 100 times what your ticket was. So come to the official vanwezel.org.
And join our email club while you're there, because it's very exciting. We have all kinds of prizes and things that you can win on Facebook and
and starting in June,
on your website.
Friday Fest will be starting up again. We'll have a Friday Fest June, July, and August, and September. And they're always great fun here on the Bayfront.
Yes, they are.
Until next month, this is At the Van Wezel.